Hi, my name is Marcus Jones, data scientist at Ocean Protocol. Welcome back to Project Manta Ray. This is the second video in the series, and we'll be exploring the concept of users and tokens. So in Ocean Protocol, you will have a certain blockchain identity, just as you would have in any other blockchain project, and your public identity in the blockchain is represented by your public address. And tied to this public address is your private key. So your private key is something that is secure and you would never share with anybody, and it allows you to secure your transactions and to guarantee that you and only you are able to interact with your tokens and with your smart contracts that you would like to interact with. So this, again, Manta Ray is designed to abstract away this concept and allow you just to jump in. So in the bigger picture, you would want to have something like MetaMask or the Mist browser to provide a wallet, or even run your own local node to guarantee security. So Project Manta Ray is not designed to be secure. It's actually a demonstration and a way for you to get up and started very, very easily. So in this case, we have a series of test accounts already provided, and you will just be assigned one of these test accounts to then just get up and started with the concepts that we want to explore later on in a very easy way. So with that said, let's dive into this second notebook. So let's take a look at users and tokens. This is the it's actually the third notebook, but called S01, users and tokens. So here we are in the next notebook. We're going to hide the side panel so we can take a closer look. So in Manta Ray, we are again running this pre-configured environment with test accounts already in place for you. So you don't need to worry about getting fiat into Ethereum and then buying Ocean token and then having MetaMask or some other wallet provider. So of course this is very important stuff for you when you're ready to try Ocean Protocol in a real production environment. And it's very important for you to understand the security implications of keeping your private key secure and your seed for MetaMask secure, and understanding these concepts a bit deeper. We have some tutorials on our website and we'll post some links for that. But again, Manta Ray is designed just to get you up and running with the protocol in a very fast and easy way. So we will just dive in and start exploring how we can use Manta Ray to understand these concepts a bit better. So we're going to start by instantiating the configuration object and then the Ocean API itself here. So here we are connected just as we did before. And then we're going to borrow, let's say, a user account. So again, these accounts are sitting in our testnet and they're provided to you pre-funded with our testnet Ethereum, and also the ability to get Ocean token to this account. So an account again is a public key with an address, and of course the private key behind the scenes. But in this case, we're just going to select an account. So in this case, we've selected the account which is represented by this hex string of 0ED and some other characters. So the next cell, we're going to just list the first 10 accounts that exist in this network. So we can see that they have a balance of Ethereum, which is testnet Ethereum, and some Ocean token balance as well. So in this previous cell, we've just selected one of these accounts essentially at random from a subset of these accounts. So yeah, I'm just wanting to reiterate, of course, if you are using this in a production environment, of course, be considerate about sending your password and especially your private key. Never send your private key to anybody. That's usually a sign of a scam if they even ask you for something like that. So yeah, so you would want to use something like MetaMask or some other wallet provider to interact with Ocean Protocol in a production environment, just like any other blockchain project. So with Manta Ray, we have the ability to request Ocean tokens. So what we're going to do is first take a look at how much Ocean token we have currently, which is 11. and then we're going to just request tokens from the blockchain testnet. And of course, you would not be able to do this in a production environment. We're going to request one token, and then we're going to take a look at the result. And indeed, this account then has a balance of 12. So just to take a deeper look rather at this transaction, we are calling the accounts of the Ocean API, and we're just calling a query on this account, and we're getting the Ocean balance. So another interesting thing about the blockchain is that it does not handle floating point numbers at all, or let's say very well if it does. So in the concept of tokens, we're actually representing tokens by usually 1 times 10 to the power of 18. So in scientific notation, 10 to the 18. And that's representing the smallest possible unit. So it's a very, very small unit, and many blockchain projects have this. So for example, Ethereum has the smallest unit of Wei. And in Ocean Token, we also have this concept. So that's why I'm dividing this smaller increment by this number to actually get the actual the unit correct, which is the unit of Ocean. And I agree that this API is not the cleanest, and hopefully in a future release we'll have a cleaner version of this, but that's the way it is right now in the beta network. I also have a quick note here for this concept of asynchronous transactions. So whenever you send a transaction to the blockchain, including this request for tokens, you are dealing with a blockchain which is inherently going to take some time, and it's going to be an asynchronous call. So in many cases, you'll need to wait for something to happen. And typically, you're waiting for this block to be actually mined by the network. So that's just a quick note to keep in mind if you are encountering some issues, or you're a developer and you're wondering why things might not be happening as quickly as they should. This is sort of the reason why, and this is the trade-off that you get with dealing with a blockchain, is that you gain a lot of security, but there is some cost to it in that it's not like a Web 2.0 microservice that you're just pinging. You actually have to wait for some things to happen on the blockchain. So that about wraps it up. So just to summarize, we've covered just some brief concepts about tokens and users. And again, in Manta Ray, what we're dealing with is actually some borrowed account. And that's just calling this function in a utility class, which is just get account. And I'm just selecting an account at random and funding it with Ocean Token. So with Ocean Token in our account, let's use that Ethereum and Ocean, so testnet Ethereum and Ocean, to actually start doing some more interesting transactions.